Welcome to today's lesson. So the question that I'm getting asked about most, the thing that you guys are sending into my inbox and messages the most that you want to learn about is mindset stuff, which is great because we all know that mindset is what actually prepares us to take action and to live out and do the things that we desire to do. So today I'm going to go over some of the best mindsets for entrepreneurs and leaders. And this is taken from some studies that Dr. Peter Diamandis did, who is a tech entrepreneur. He holds multiple degrees, multiple doctorates, and he does some amazing talks on abundance. And he actually has an event called Abundance 360. So a very, very important person when it comes to thinking about mindset. And first, we want to talk about why you need to have a mindset that's positive and moving forward. The reason why is because most of us don't understand that our brain is wired for fear and safety. So my shirt that says chase your fears is in direct opposite of what our brains are wired for. Our brains were wired to see a predator, run from a predator, see danger, protect ourselves, see things that could possibly harm us and get away from them. That is what our brains have been wired for. So when you look at things around your world, your brain is automatically looking for things that are wrong, looking for things that are out of place, looking for things that it needs to protect you from. So once you know that that's the foundational hardwiring, the software that's installed into your brain, you now know that you have to do something to change that software, which is something that you can do, and you can do it at any age in your life. So that's why it's so important for us to go over these things, because the sooner that you hear them and you apply them and you start using them, the quicker and easier it is for you to go out and change your life. So that's why mindset is so important and why so many of you ask for tips and tricks and foundational information on mindset, because you realize that it is important. So the first thing that we need to learn about is having a curiosity mindset. See, when you have a curiosity mindset, that means that you are geared towards learning. You have to be an eternal learner. You have to constantly be seeking new information and trying to find out new things and grab new skills and create better habits through the things that you're finding out. Because if you stay the same, you always have what you've always had. But when times are moving forward, if you are not learning and changing, you are actually going backwards as time progresses. Because if your knowledge and your curiosity doesn't change with the times, you almost get stuck in time. I mean, think about that. How many of you had the grandparents that always had the flashing light on their VCR at 12? Because they never learned how to change it. And guess what? You were the one that always had to come over and set the clock for them. Think about your kids. What are the things that they're having to do for you that equate to the blinking 12 on the VCR? That shows that you have got yourself stuck in your mindset, in your curiosity, in your ability to learn and do new things. So first, make sure that you have a curiosity mindset. Number two, this one is so important, having a mindset of gratitude. You know, when you are grateful, it allows you to shift from expectation to appreciation, which is something that creates an overwhelming sense of thankfulness. See, people that have a gratitude mindset are people that are more joyful. They feel more secure and they have greater fulfillment in their life than those that don't. So a great way to do this is to make sure that when you get up in the morning, practice gratitude. You can say what you're thankful for the day, and then at night, thankful for what you were thankful for happened during the day. So start creating a mindset and an attitude of gratitude. Number 3 is an abundance mindset. How many times have you guys heard me say that to be an entrepreneur, you have to have an abundance mindset? It's not a there's only so many slices of pie. It's you need to go out each day and bake a new pie. When you have an abundance mindset, you are scratching out scarcity. When you are having an optimistic brain, looking at abundance, you're scratching out fear. Those are the only things that you can do to get rid of scarcity and fear, is to think about abundance and think about more being out there, that there's more available for you. You know, God is a God of more. So you have the ability to go out and create more every single day. There's not a lack out there. There's just a lack of activity that creates more. Next is an exponential mindset. Guys, this is where instead of 1 + 1 = 2, it's 1 + 1 = 100,000. This is one of the things that most people as entrepreneurs and leaders don't tune into. You have to have the mindset of we are going to not only 10x, but 100x, 1,000x, 10,000x the work that we're going to do over the next 10 to 20 years. Now, why is this important? Well, if you think about it, we kind of grew slowly through pretty much from my time talking about the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s to now. How quickly are things growing and rapidly changing? So, you know, everything that was accomplished from the 80s to the 2000s, we can accomplish in 2 to 3 days with today's technology. So you have to understand and have the mindset that you are going to exponentially increase things based on how technology is at play and the things and the tools that are available to you to go towards your goals and dreams. So with an exponential mindset that you can understand over the next 3 to 5 years, you can pretty much accomplish what you did in the past 10 to 20 years with the same amount of work. You just have a different set of tools that are going to help you accelerate that. You also have to have a longevity mindset. Guys, you want to be here doing what you do for a long time. You want to be around for a long time. So things that you need to do for your health also equates to your wealth. Because if you start thinking about longevity and perhaps being around 10 to 20 years longer than your parents or your grandparents, you want to have the mindset that you are going to be the oldest living person in your family today. Why is that? Because you know that you have the ability to impact so many lives. So why wouldn't you want to impact those lives for as long as possible? A perfect example is John Maxwell and John Maxwell's dad. His dad lived 98 years and was impacting and changing lives all the way until he took his last breath. And John is in his mid 70s, and he still believes that he's got another 20 to 30 years of impacting lives. Guys, if you only knew what you did up until now, look at what you could do from now until another 40, 50, 60 years. So have a mindset that you are going to be around changing lives and doing things to help others for a very long time. Next, you need to think about having a BHAG mindset, a big, hairy, audacious goal mindset. Peter likes to call it a moonshot mindset. Before people went to the moon, it was impossible. Nobody thought it could take place. Nobody thought it could happen, but they focused intently on it and they were able to achieve it. Now that they were able to achieve that, what did that open everybody's mind to? There was so many more possibilities. So what kind of big, hairy, audacious goals are you setting for yourself, setting for your team, setting for the people that you lead? Are you putting big things out there that, you have to stretch, you have to be creative, you have to go out and do things that other people wouldn't normally do to achieve? Those are the types of things and the type of mindset that you as an entrepreneur and a leader need to have, because those are the types of things that rally people around you and rally people to go towards that next level, that next 10 levels, that next 100 levels. If your goals are something that are easy to achieve, not many people are going to go along with you, because of the fact that easily achievable goals don't inspire anybody. And then lastly, you need to have a purpose-driven mindset. I've said it 1,000 times. You need to get people focused. You need to focus on how can you help and change the lives of the people around you. He who serves the most people wins. Why is that? Because that's the way that God created things. He created us to serve and change other people's lives. He didn't put you here for your own good. He put you here to be in service and to change the lives of people around you. One of the great quotes is, find something that you would die for and then go live for it. Guys, take some time, really drill down on what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want to be known for. What is your purpose? What is your why? What is the reason that gets you out of bed in the morning? And guess what? It can change over time. I was listening to Ed Milet this morning, and one of the conversations that he was saying was, you need to get real about your goals. If your goal right now is that you want to make a lot of money, that's absolutely okay. Because guess what? When we started in the business, it was one of the things that oxygen, we needed to breathe. Money is like oxygen. When you don't have it, you panic. So if your goal is something that people would say is shallow, be truthful about it. Because guess what? At that moment, we needed money because we needed to survive. We needed it to operate. So when we first started, I'm sorry, guys, unfortunately, it wasn't about changing your life. But it's okay. Because once you get to that portion of the goal, what we would call is the selfish goal, now all of a sudden it opens you up to actually find what your purpose is and find what it is that you're going to do to help others. So guys, don't be, I guess you would say, ashamed of the shallow goal, because the shallow goal will actually be a stepping stone that gets you out of where you need to be to get to where God has called you to go. So guys, to recap, let's go over these mindsets again. You need to have a curiosity mindset. You always need to be learning, always need to be growing. You have to have a gratitude mindset. Have an attitude of gratitude. You need to have an abundance mindset. Know that there's always more out there. You need to have an exponential mindset. Know that things are going to grow and continue to grow faster and get better faster than they ever have before. Need to start thinking about having a longevity mindset. Do something for your health so that you are around a long time, because the longer you're around, the bigger impact you can make and the more lives you can change. You have to have a BHAG or a moonshot mindset. What are those big, crazy, scary goals? Put them out there, go for them. And then lastly, you have to have a purpose-driven mindset. You have to find out sooner rather than later what it is, your purpose is, why you're here, and why you're doing what you're doing, so that you can go out and do it with everything that's within you. Guys, go out and make it an amazing day. And I hope your day is as awesome as you are.